Brother, you know, he's a lot more compassionate than I am. He's looking and Lemon's driving off. He said, wow, man, Rick really needs help. I was like, yo, we just gave him some help. Bust his ass and shit. I bet you he won't come over here and disrespect like that again. Wrong. Talking about Rick James, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That's what's weird about this, to have your sexuality question and your moral fiber question and all that, when all I was doing was trying to be nice to somebody.
Eddie Murphy tells E.T. that his wife and children were out of town, says he wanted something to read and went to a late-night newsstand. He stopped here and picked up the suspected transsexual at 4:45 in the morning. He says he thought he was aiding a distraught woman.
Looks like a pretty Hawaiian girl in the corner crying. It looks like she was crying. She goes, oh, Eddie Murphy. She noticed him at the light. She recognized Eddie Murphy. Oh my God. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you out here working the streets so late? She goes, oh, I'm on my way home. Can you give me a ride home?
Police tailed them for 2 miles before pulling him over. Police say he is guilty of no misconduct, but there was a warrant out for the alleged prostitute. A judge has ordered that man, 20-year-old Addison Ciuli, to serve 90 days in jail. Murphy says he has often stopped to try to help prostitutes, but here is what he said in an impromptu news conference on the set of his new movie.
Being a good Samaritan blew up in my face, basically, what happened. And I'm never giving anyone a lift.
Real ones have argued for years that Charlie Murphy was every bit as funny, if not funnier, than his younger brother Eddie Murphy. So how did Eddie become one of Hollywood's biggest superstars, while Charlie spent much of his career in the background? Some people point to talent, timing, and opportunity. Others believe Charlie simply wasn't interested in chasing fame at any cost. Over the years, internet rumors and conspiracy theories have claimed that Hollywood operates by hidden rules, alleging that celebrities must prove their loyalty through bizarre personal sacrifices. These claims include stories about raising children a certain way or participating in secret rituals. However, there is no credible evidence supporting these allegations. They remain internet speculation rather than established fact. What is true is that Charlie Murphy often spoke about staying true to himself. In interviews, he emphasized that money wasn't his biggest motivation, and suggested he valued authenticity over fame. Supporters argue that this mindset may have limited his willingness to play the entertainment industry's networking and promotional game. Meanwhile, Eddie Murphy built one of the most successful careers in comedy and film history through blockbuster movies, stand-up specials, and decades of mainstream success. Whether that difference came down to business decisions, career choices, or simple luck is open to debate. At the end of the day, Charlie Murphy earned enormous respect from fellow comedians and fans alike. His legacy wasn't defined by his bank account, but by the unforgettable stories, performances, and unique personality that made him a comedy legend in his own right.
Mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Tell people that, you know, from the Chappelle Show, I had plenty of love from people that was giving it up from being fans of the show. And that was fuel. I use it as fuel. I continued honing my craft, make myself better, because I always had it in me that it ain't about money. I make a lot of money doing this, yes, but that's not what I'm doing. If I was doing it for money, I wouldn't develop, okay? Money is not going to inspire you to develop. You have to really love what you're doing to develop. You know, it's in you.
Indeed, and the interesting thing about that, and I think the perception of fame and television, and obviously there's different levels of it, but I actually heard that you were only making $500 an episode for the Dave Chappelle Show. So obviously the money was an inspiration, right? Most people would assume because you were on television that this cat's raking it in.
Dave Chappelle was raking it in.
Right.
That was the Dave Chappelle Show. Dave Chappelle was raking it in. Nobody on the show but him.
Now let me give you some context before we get into the internet theories surrounding this story. Charlie Murphy was born in 1959, and Eddie Murphy followed just 2 years later in 1961. Their childhood was anything but easy. Their parents separated when they were very young, and in 1969, their father was tragically killed. That loss shaped both brothers in different ways. Charlie struggled during his teenage years and even served about 10 months in jail. But instead of letting that define him, he turned his life around by joining the U.S. Navy, where he served for 6 years. While Charlie was rebuilding his future, Eddie's career was taking off at lightning speed. At just 19 years old, he joined Saturday Night Live, and Hollywood quickly recognized his extraordinary talent. Then came hit after hit: 48 Hours, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Harlem Nights, turning Eddie into one of the biggest movie stars in the world before he was even 30. There's no denying Eddie Murphy's talent. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest comedians and entertainers of his generation. At the same time, many fans point out that Hollywood is filled with gifted performers who never achieve that level of success. Some believe that networking, timing, marketability, and business relationships play just as large a role as talent itself. Others go much further, claiming the entertainment industry rewards conformity or demands personal compromises behind the scenes. However, there is no credible evidence supporting those broader conspiracy claims. Charlie earned a different kind of respect. Friends, fellow comedians.
First of all, how I met my first transgendered person who had claimed she had been with Eddie Murphy in the past was I literally went to a bar that was, I can't remember the name of it, it was on Yucca, just south of Hollywood Boulevard. By that newsstand, the World News, where Eddie had stopped that night. Yes. And I sat at the bar. One night goes by, I'm friends with the bartender now. I'm tipping him well, I'm talking to him, and he finally got me to one of the women. And she said, oh yeah, I've been with Eddie. He likes, he has a foot fetish, and also Colonel Candy has been with him, and so. And, I went and I said, so what's the deal? And she said, well, the deal is that Eddie Murphy's lawyer, Marty Singer, who's in the news these days for other things, basically I told my story to the tabloids, and he paid me $15,000 to change my story. And I said, well, interesting. Okay, can you prove that? This woman kept records, and she handed me a check and her IRS, everything. She had everything. And it was signed by Marty Singer.
And longtime fans often describe him as raw, fearless, and naturally hilarious. His unforgettable storytelling on Chappelle's Show became legendary because he didn't seem like he was trying to be funny. He simply was. While Eddie became the global movie star, Charlie built a reputation as a comedian's comedian, admired for his authenticity and unmistakable voice.